Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a 50 facts. I thought I would do the 50 facts. 50. I've never done 50. I've done a few facts videos in the past, but they were all when I had maybe 1,000 subscribers, something like that, and they were years and years ago. So I will link them down below if you want to see them, like baby Marie. I've gained quite a few subscribers recently, which is so exciting, and I just want to say thank you so much because I feel like our family's growing, we're all connecting. But it did come to my attention that maybe you don't know much about me. You might have known my mental health story, but not about me. You know? Illness, but not me. Right, so I have them all on my top of the lap. What was that? Top of the lap? Lap of the top? Laptop? That was weird. So without further ado, shall we just get into it? Let's. A lot of people think that I'm an extrovert, but I'm actually such a big introvert, and I think I always have been my whole life. And yeah, I'm just a bit of a loner, to be honest, so I'm a massive introvert, but I think I come across as a bit of an extrovert. But I'm not. When I was younger, my favourite song was Sex Bomb by Tom Jones. Oh my god! That's fucking weird, isn't it? It's so weird. I just love the way my mum and dad are filming it, yeah, you go girl, you be that sex bomb. I'm 3. I believe in astrology so much. I truly believe that the stars, the moon, the way that the world works is connected in some way. So I'm not talking about horoscopes, but I think it's very odd that there are similarities between people who are born in the same month and how we act together. I know that I get on with Aries and Libras and that, and yeah, I believe in all my rising sign. I've done all of my chart and I did it for loads of people at work and they all agreed to. Definitely look into it. Ever since I was little, I've always been obsessed with true crime documentaries. Anything about murderers, serial killers, I'm on that. I'm obsessed with it. I find it so interesting thinking about why people do what they do. However, I was terrified of it when I was younger, and when I was in year 7 I used to have to get the bus to school, and I used to make my mum walk me to the bus stop every day and stand over the road just so that I didn't get taken, what was her name, JC Lee DeGard or something. She got kidnapped on the way to the bus stop. I was terrified of getting kidnapped. I literally went on for a good 2 months. Leading on from school, I used to fancy one of my teachers so badly, really badly. I think he's cool. I think he's a cool guy. Even now, if he proposed to me, even though he's got kids and that, I'd probably say yeah. I am such a control freak, and I don't think I give that impression off very much, but I'm a massive control freak. This is such a first world one, but I really don't like cold water. So whenever I go and get a drink of water, I like it to be room temperature. I don't know why, but cold water doesn't appeal to me. I feel like it doesn't quench my thirst, but room temperature water does. I was a vegetarian for 2 years, fully fledged veggie, but then I had to start taking iron tablets, and yeah, that leads me on to my next fact. So I actually suffer with anemia really badly, and when I got my first ever blood test, I just had it to check up what's going on. I can't really remember why I had it, but this was around 2 years ago, and my mum got a phone call at 3 in the morning from the hospital telling them to rush me to hospital because they thought I was a cancer patient. No, I wasn't. I was just very low iron. So then they put me on iron tablets, which I was on for 6 months. Rankest things ever. I'm not even joking, I've been on many a tablet. That was probably one of the worst. And I stopped my iron, just cut that bit off. And then I had to have another blood test, and the same thing happened, and I was really low on iron, so they said I needed to change my diet. So I said, compromise, I'll eat fish. So now I'm pescatarian, and I have been for about, I want to say about 8 months. And yeah, that's why I'm pescatarian. I really want to go back to being veggie one day, but not at the moment. I literally add broccoli and mushrooms to every meal. Every meal except for cereal or porridge, but if I'm having a meal, you can guarantee there's broccoli and mushrooms in that. I'm obsessed. I love it, and that's not me being I love vegetables, I'm so healthy. I genuinely love the taste. I'm subscribed to so many people on YouTube. However, I literally have a handful of people that I watch, and I rarely watch anything else. Unless I'm really bored and I'm scrolling through and I end up on This Morning, and then Dr. Phil Hole, that kind of thing. But day to day, I literally watch 5 people. I actually work at Tesco. Probably didn't know that, but I do. The idea of being in a relationship scares me so much. I think I have commitment issues. Really bad, because as soon as I start to like someone, I just cut them off because I'm like, nah, can't deal. I can literally click all of my body. Like, if you don't like clicking, then like, look away. But I literally can just click everything. I don't know why. My mum has greeny brown eyes, my dad has one green, one brown eye, and my sister and I have blue eyes. I don't really know where they came from because blue isn't the dominant gene, so yeah. Blue eye gang. Blue eye gang, blue eye gang, blue eye gang. That don't really work. I am so incredibly ticklish. Like, if anyone touches my side, I can't take it. I had a back massage for my birthday, and the whole time, like, I was trying to relax, but as soon as she went up my back, I was like, and it was so embarrassing. I always turn the sounds up of things in multiples of 2. So if I'm on the radio, the TV, always multiple of 2. Always. And it stresses me out if someone puts it on like 13 because I'm like, we're gonna die. This is a bit of an ambiguous fact, but the first psychiatric hospital I was in, which is where I live, I actually had really weird ties to it before that I didn't know. And I didn't even know there was a psychiatric hospital where I lived, but I had weird like connections with it. I don't know if that makes any sense, but like, I feel like it was pretty inevitable that I was going to end up there, especially on the ward too. Weird. I love Marmite. Marmite on everything. Marmite couscous, Marmite toast, just Marmite in everything. My favourite colour is actually blue. I think people think it's purple or pink. Nah, blue. I used to be obsessed with Candy Crush, like obsessed. I still haven't deleted it from my phone. I was on like level like 800 and like something. Obsessed for about 3 years, and I used to play it all the time. And I haven't played it in months. I can actually do the splits. I don't know how, but I can. I'm pretty flexible. I don't look it, but I am. I had my tonsils out when I was 13 years old, but even to this day, I get like phantom tonsils, which is so weird, but the only way I can describe it is like, it's like I have tonsillitis and I can feel that my tonsils would be really big and my throat would really hurt, but they're not there. It's really weird. I believe in conspiracy theories. I like to think I'm a very open-minded person, and you know, the government is fucking corrupt, and when I found that out, I was shooken. I am half French and technically half English, however my mum comes from a very large, she's like the youngest of 12, Irish family. So on my mum's side, very Irish orientated, you know, we're all like for that. And then on my dad's side, completely French. So bit of a mix here. Probably to many of your disbelief, I'm a massively private person. I know that's going to sound very contradictory because I share a lot online, but I'm very private. I share things that have happened in the past, for example, like my story, etc. happened like 2 years ago. Cool with that, can share that. That's not my current thing. That's not my current sitch. Do you know what I mean? But as to now, very private. I actually don't have a middle name. I know my screen name is marieroseeee with 4 E's, but that's my confirmation name. My mum and dad never gave me a middle name because my dad didn't have one, and my mum had like 4, and all of them began with M, and it was hilarious when we were at my mum and dad's wedding because my dad was like, I take the Maxine, Mary, Margaret, Mary, and it was just so funny because he couldn't get the names in the right order because he was so nervous. So yeah, don't have a middle name, and I'm not mad at it, to be honest. This is going to sound really weird. I don't think I've ever been to Edinburgh. Mom? Mom? Have I ever been to Edinburgh?
No. Glasgow.
Oh, okay. I have this really weird thing about Edinburgh. I don't know why. Never been. But I feel like I'm going to live there one day because I don't know why. I just feel like it's a place for me, and that doesn't make any sense because I've never been there, but I just feel like I would really like it there. I cannot dance for shit. I am the worst dancer ever, and it makes me sad because I'm obsessed with Maddie Ziegler, and if I could be anyone in the world, probably be Maddie Ziegler because she's just incredible, and she's like 14 and I'm like 19. My favourite fizzy drink is Pepsi Max, but I always get a vodka lemonade, but Pepsi Max is my favourite. In my house we literally have tons because my dad is also obsessed. I used to adore drawing, and I still do now, I just don't really have the time to do it anymore. When I was about 7, I sent a photo to Art Attack, and I got a signed autograph from Neil from Art Attack because it was featured on the show. Claimed fame. Also about fame, I was in an advert when I was like 4. I was like star and roll, but I've never seen it. Don't know what it was for. I think it was for like my dad's work, but it featured in France. Yeah, that's all I have to say about that. I would say that my family is probably the closest we've ever been. We just have this weird bond now. Not weird, but we have a bond now that is like literally unbreakable. And I feel like we are the strongest we've ever been in so long, and I absolutely fucking love it. I used to be so super shy, but I think I'm the most confident now I've ever been. I don't know how people drink different types of tea. Like, I only like English breakfast. I just don't like any other type of tea. I don't understand it. It doesn't make sense to me. I don't find it comforting at all. I tried like chamomile, chai, apple spiced. You know, I've been round the block. I've decided to leave the block because I don't like it. I don't know why I'm forcing myself to. I have pierced nearly all of my own piercings. They are all basically done from me, except for my dates and my tragus. I even did my rook. I tried to do my belly button. Didn't go right, but yeah, I did basically all of these. I actually think I'm a pretty good piercer. Just put it out there. I really wish that I was good at fashion, but I'm so like self-conscious about the way I look that I prefer to like wear really boring clothes. Does that make sense? You know, people say they're like really bad at replying. I would say I'm up there with probably one of the worst. I don't reply to anyone really. It's really bad. Like, I don't mean to be rude at all, I just don't, and I see the message and I just don't open it. I kind of reply in my head, but I just don't reply, and it's really bad, and I need to stop. Really need to stop. Like, that's one of my New Year's resolutions, to really try and reply to people better, because it's bad. It's a bad habit, Marie. No. I'm actually not that bad at sport, but I literally don't enjoy it at all. Like, I could run if I wanted to, but I don't. Could do like netball and that if I wanted to, but I don't. Just could not be fucked because it was boring and I didn't like it. I eat the same foods every day all week. I hardly ever change what I'm eating. Like, I eat the same thing more or less every day. Like, maybe not the same meal, but I have like the same meal on like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then I have a different meal. The only time I change it is if I like go out for a meal, but other than that, eat the same food all the time. I'm just a boring gal. My YouTube has never actually like taken off, but I have still done it like 5 years on, just because I enjoy it so much, and I don't know, it's a massive part of my life, and I would never ever stop doing it if like, unless I really had to. I just enjoy it so much. Like, it's not my job at all, and yeah, it brings me so much happiness, so thank you guys. I have cried in so many different toilets, like so many public toilets. I've cried in loads. School, therapy, work, library, petrol station, you know. Just many a toilet I've cried in. My ultimate comfort food, and I don't know why this is plain rice and like a cheese toasty. Like, I think carbs just kind of like hug me better. Probably some broccoli and mushrooms on the side, to be honest. I actually listen to audiobooks every single night before I go to sleep. Some people think this is weird, and for when I was like 14, this was like my deep dark secret, and I told my friends and they were like, oh, alright, and I was like, what, this isn't like a big thing, you're okay with that? And they were like, yeah. But I've done it ever since I was little. My mum and dad worked away when I was little, so we used to always have like stories for 5-year-olds on like my little tape thing, and I don't think I've ever stopped. Even when I was in hospital, I still used to listen to audiobooks, and when I wasn't allowed my earphones and I was on level 3, I would play them out loud, and yeah, the people who was watching me were probably listening to Harry Potter all night, but they love that. And leading on from that, Harry Potter is my ultimate comfort. And the final fact is, I am obsessed with photos, if you can't tell. I love photos. I would have my whole house filled with photos. I don't care if people think they look like cluttered or whatever. I love them because they remind me of good times. These are the good times. So guys, that was my 50 facts. I really hope you enjoyed. If you did, be sure to give a like and subscribe. I will have a new video next week. I just want to say I am looking into doing a new series in the new year, so look out for that because I want to see what your guys' input in. I might do like a 5-part series, see how it goes. If it goes well, then I can, you know, carry it on. If it doesn't, scrap it. but I need your guys' input because this is our channel. I love you guys so incredibly much, and I shall see you all in my next video.